Hello, and welcome to my sanctuary. Today I am utterly exhausted as usual. I'm in some pain as well. I've been experiencing back pain ever since I gave birth, so that is one of the things I'm living with. But the funny thing is just every day I'm waking up tired. So yeah, my dopamine levels have actually dropped quite a bit due to sleep deprivation, and I just feel myself slipping into like this sad state, losing my happiness. And I'm normally like a really cheerful, happy person, and I don't like to get sad. Not that often anyway. I did try to enjoy the weekend by taking some time off to take Jade out, and it was just so much more of a struggle than anything else because all I really wanted to do was lay on the couch and sleep. Anyways, I'm hoping that this phase ends soon. We had a better night last night, so I just wish that it would just progressively get better and better and better, and then finally she's sleeping through the night and voila! Everything's back to normal. Anyway, I do have to keep reminding myself to be happy and count my blessings, and that brings me to the World Cafe event. I really needed the event to give me strength and bring me some life. I was doing the table hosting, so I was hoping to do the same for my guests. I did think about various ways and various questions to ask and various ways to pose them, but I really came down to the fact that I wanted to simplify it. I wanted to keep it easy and make it easy for discussion and sharing. I wanted to bring a smile to people's faces, to share those smiles and just bask in all the happy energy that was being created. So my question was, describe your best day when you felt the happiest. The day started at the fantastic Hatley Castle. It's so exciting to be in there. I don't know, that place has an interesting energy. So I arrived early to set up my table. I was really happy to see the rest of my classmates coming in with high spirits and lots of food to share. We learned in a short lecture at the beginning of the class an important lesson about high and low frequency communication styles, which was useful for connecting with people of different cultures, especially since we've also, now that we know about the individualistic and collectivistic styles of different cultures, and that they communicate within those realms either in a high or low frequency fashion. That was really important for discussions and to keep that sort of in the back burner, in the back of my mind. I was also interested to find out who the guests were and how they were going to receive my question. As they arrived, some were instantly drawn to my table because I had a South African flag. They recognized the flag right away and came to sit with me because they were also from other parts of Africa. The icebreaker activity I had was for people to choose a pen color and write something down on the table. I had like a drawing tablecloth that made them happy. Just anything that came to mind. 1, 2 things. People really enjoyed it and wrote down a few things and even drew some cool doodles. So that was fun. I had South African donuts to share as well, and the idea was for those that were still tired and groggy like myself, it would also give them a blast of energy from all the sugar. In the beginning, the table discussions were a little bit forced because we went around one by one for everyone to describe their happiest moments or days. But my first group engaged really well with each other. It was mainly guests from the class, the visiting class, and the African sisters that I mentioned. And they found a lot of similarities in their answers, so they really talked about their similarities and what they agreed on. And the second and third groups, they were a little bit more stiff. It was more of a mixture of my classmates and the other classmates. And so I had, as a facilitator, had my work to do within the second and third groups to really try to pull more information and keep the conversation rolling as much as possible. My final group was only 3 people and comprised solely of my classmates. I was really happy to see them join me at the table because it's people that I don't really know. So it gave us a chance to really relax, just being a small group, the 3 of us, and get to know each other a lot better. So, yeah, getting to know each other through our Happy Day stories, which is a lot of fun. Way to get to know people. I did have one disappointment. There were some people that I wanted to visit my table that didn't, namely my teammates. I know one of my team members had her own table, but I was hoping that the other 3 would stop by. What I learned from the World Cafe event is that everyone that is supposed to be there would be there. So I had to remember that writing this piece. And I just thought, sort of meditated on that, and the thought that is also a really good adage for life. Everybody that's meant to be there, will show up, and those that aren't will be gone, and you're better off. Lost a lot and gained a lot on the way, so that was an important lesson to remember. The Happy Day story that I shared with the group was the day of my daughter's birth. It's kind of an obvious one, but it wasn't so much like the corny, oh, the day of my daughter's birth, but it was more like it was a horrible day. I mean, I was in labor for a full week. I went into the hospital on Friday night and I had Jade on Sunday. So I was in labor for 27 hours. We had to be rushed into an emergency C-section because her heart rate was dropping and I was going into a danger zone. My uterus was completely shut down from contracting for the whole entire 7 days before she was born. We thought she was going to be early because of that, but she was 3 days late. And it was just that moment that I first saw her. It wasn't any other romantic thing about the happiest moment. It was just knowing that the pain and physical suffering I was going through was over and she was alive and she was screaming her little head off so her lungs worked. She had 10 fingers and 10 toes. She was healthy, and that's when I just felt this wave of just relief and this wave of joy. It was just indescribable, and I'm sure that you guys know that feeling. So just moving into some of the common themes that I found during my discussion. The first theme was people are the happiest when they're with loved ones. Number 2, people are happiest when they're eating good food. Number 3, people are the happiest when they are achieving a goal. Number 4 is people are the happiest when they're enjoying physical activity, like in nature, like swimming, skiing, or walking. Number 5, people are happy during childhood or important life events, like weddings. So I had a lot of people sharing fond memories of childhood when they're camping and they're surrounded with loved ones. So nature, loved ones, it was a common theme. People are happy. Number 6 is people are happy when they're looking forward to an event like a graduation, which I'm sure everybody in this class is looking forward to finishing up in September. And lastly, people are happy when they're in their comfort zone, when they're warm and safe and once again surrounded with loved ones. So those were my main common themes. Those were the 7 that really jumped out and were strongly pronounced throughout all of the discussions with almost everybody I talked to. Now, to answer my research question, is happiness a tangible, static thing regardless of culture, or is it a state of mind that is influenced by your cultural expectations, your psyche, your surroundings? The answer from my brief happiness study shows that it's both tangible and a state of mind. Happiness can be a taste, like delicious homemade food, a touch, like a hug from your best friend, a sound, like laughter from your child, a smell, like something yummy baking in the oven. But it can also be a memory, like your wedding day, or a dream, like achieving your degree, or a feeling that stems from the combination of the environment and the people that you're sharing it with. what I've learned about happiness in my experiment is that it's contagious. One can spread it and one can catch it, and the feeling can just go around and around if we're all there. It's also ubiquitous. Everyone can feel it, and I think animals and plants can also feel it. Every living being can feel it. And also, the last thing that I've learned about happiness is that there are little things that we can do every single day to create it, to increase it, and to keep it. The things that make me happiest right now: my baby's laugh. She's got the cutest laugh. Long hot showers, because it just refreshes me, makes me feel alive, and eases some of this nasty back pain. Eating delicious food. Lord knows I've gained way too much weight, but I'm not going to worry too much about it right now until I get into a better sleeping pattern, and I think it'll start coming off soon enough. And of course, a delicious glass of wine, or 2 or 3 depending. Warm sunshine always makes me happy, and definitely, last but not least, a good night's sleep or a long nap, which I never get anymore, but here's hoping. I do have to make a conscious effort these days to work on my happiness every day, so I do little things for myself, like purchase a treat. Retail therapy always works for me. I tickle and play with Jade just to see her laugh and hear her laugh. I surround myself with beauty, so I have my sanctuary. I have decorated my home in a way that really makes me feel comfortable and good when I look around. I can continue to cook nice, healthy meals, so that'll help support my weight loss goals. And I do have a good glass of wine almost every night. Not every, but almost every night. That's my confession. I eat chocolate once in a while now, not as much as I used to. And I try to walk, so that really helps with boosting my happiness. And my ultimate goal is to create a life that I don't need a vacation from. And that is when I think I will be the happiest. It does sound so cliche, but I feel like it's gonna be true when I wake up in the morning and I don't need to go anywhere. I'm right here where I belong, and I feel like I'm really working towards that, and one day I'll be there. We only have this one life to live. We might as well make it the happiest damn life we can. On that note, I will finish my final entry by saying that I really enjoyed this exercise. I gave it my heart and soul, as you can see in my entries. I wanted to really create something meaningful. I've also used this opportunity to start my blog on my website. So if you have a chance, click on the back button and click onto the website, and you'll see it shaping up nicely. Lastly, I will invite you to please check out the video I made of the World Cafe event. It is World Cafe Through My Eyes. Enjoy. Thanks for listening.